Why do you always do this? Why do you always try and start a fight?
Drinks, guys?
Yes. Thank you.
Are you guys ready to order?
Mm-hmm.
Some starters for you?
Yeah, I think I will. Just have a few minutes, please.
What are you doing? Why did you do that? I was ready to order, Macy.
Why are you being like this to me?
Like what?
Nasty.
I'm not being nasty,
What
Macy.
have I done?
What?
What have I done?
Is this going to be paranoid Macy again tonight, is it? Do you want everyone to feel sorry for you tonight against me? Is that what you want? Should I get me a little violin? Is that what you want? Why'd you always do this? Why'd you always try and start the fight on a nice evening like this, okay? Huh? What do you want? Every time it's because of you. I can't be bothered with this tonight. Okay, you've done this enough. When you're ready to start acting like an adult, try this again, alright? Happy anniversary, darling.
You've seen the further excerpt. The excerpt commenced with him asking, "Why do you always do this?" Assertion of control, provocation. "What?" she answers. Challenge fuel. "Why do you always try and start a fight?" Provocation, projection, assertion of control. Then the two of them are interrupted by the return of the waiter. "Drinks, guys," he announces. "Yes," announces the man loudly. "Thank you." Facade returns as he's pleasant to the waiter. The waiter then asks, "You guys ready to order?" He remains under control by asking this question. And then asks, "Starters for you?" She says yes to that. This causes him to laugh, presumably because he thinks that either she shouldn't be eating them because it'll make her fat, or something to do with expense. She catches him laughing, and she looks unsettled. And then, thinking ahead, asks the waiter for a few minutes because she recognises that there's going to be a problem here. Again, she's well versed this treatment, and she doesn't want to have the discussion in front of the waiter. The waiter leaves. Immediately, the man stares at her in disbelief. "What are you doing?" he asks. "Why did you do that? I was ready to order." He challenges her. The fact that she's dismissed the waiter wounds him because he was about to order, and it should be on his terms. She asks, "Why are you being like this?" That, of course, is challenge fuel because she's challenging him with regard to his conduct and behaviour. Notice at this juncture, she now has a cut lip, and it's evident that what the filmmakers are trying to show is that how his controlling behaviour and emotional abuse is tantamount and similar to physical injuries, and is causing them to accumulate the more that he's unpleasant towards her. So she now has an eye injury, and she now has a cut lip. He asks, "Like what?" Provocation. "Nasty," she explains. "I'm not being nasty," he says. Denial, which of course also is a revision of history because he is being nasty to her. But understand, he doesn't sit there thinking, "I know I'm being nasty, but fuck it, I'm going to carry on and behave this way anyway." No, he believes that she's the problem because his narcissism is explaining to him that she's the one that's being disruptive. She's the one that's asking difficult questions. He's not nasty. He truly believes. And that's what becomes so confusing and mind-fucking for the victim, because the narcissist will sit there and deny the behaviour that they've just witnessed. She has seen him being nasty because he keeps snapping at her. He queried about the shortness of the dress. He laughs derisively about the fact that she's going to order a starter. So he is behaving nastily, and of course he is in effect gaslighting her because his denial of his behaviour is a revision of history. It's being done automatically and instinctively by his narcissism as a means of nullifying the threat to control posed by her suggestion that he is being unpleasant. She then asks, "What have I done?" Challenge fuel. "What?" he answers. This is feigned misunderstanding. What have I done? She asks again. Is this going to be paranoid Maisie again tonight, is it? He responds, provocation? Threat? False accusation? Also, bringing up the past, he suggests that regularly she behaves in paranoid behaviour, whereby, of course, each and every time it's actually him that causes the problem, he makes out that it's her, thus, and then labels her paranoid for complaining about it. She looks away. Her looking away would also wound him, and therefore he responds by upping the ante, by stating, "Do you want me to feel sorry for you? Is that what you want? Shall I bring out the violin? Is that what you want?" He provokes her, belittles her, and then utilises the stare once again, probing for the reaction. He doesn't have the control that he craves over her just yet, and therefore the narcissism drives him on to continue to question her. Why do you always do this? Note the use of the narcissistic absolute. Common that narcissists will say, you never or you always. She doesn't do this always. In fact, she probably doesn't do it at all. But in his world, his narcissism tells him, through a revision of history, that she always behaves in this fashion. This is the black and white thinking of the narcissist being demonstrated. Why do you always try and start a fight on a nice evening like this, huh? Blame shifting, provocation, projection. What do you want? Every time, note again the use of that absolute, every time, it's because of you. I can't be bothered with this tonight. You've done this enough. Start acting like an adult. Belittlement. Try this again tonight. Happy anniversary, darling. He then gets up and asserts control by withdrawal, by walking away. When the camera returns to showing the lady, we now see that she has a bloody nose, showing the escalation of the abuse. Her head then falls to her hands as she feels upset as a consequence of the treatment that she's just experienced. Join me in part 5 for further analysis of this excellent work.